I want to share this meditation with you. It's a heart-mind meditation that's very simple, and the applications are vast. They're vast in a personal, planetary, and cosmic applications. It's very simple. We simply breathe into the heart and exhale out the third eye. Now, the typical way that we ordinarily perceive the world is that we breathe in through our eyes and then we exhale out our mouth. We exhale out of our abdomen because through fear, or we exhale out of our hands doing things. Now, we don't typically think of action in the world as an exhale, but it is. When we draw things towards us, it's an inhale. When we project action away from us, it's an exhale. Now, because we don't think of it this way, that typically there's not a lot of control over it, or not a lot of control is probably too strong of a word, but there's not the kind of awareness of what you're doing with your energy. Because our energy is tied to the breath. When we quit breathing, we no longer have energy on this plane. So breath is always intimately tied to our energy and to our thoughts. And of course, to the body, because without breath, the body doesn't function. So to begin with, we're going to do very long, slow, even breathing. And as the meditation progresses, we'll breathe less, deeply, and just more naturally. Because the need to breathe has more to do with exhaling carbon than it does inhaling oxygen. Our desire to breathe is because we have the toxic desire to exhale carbon. So if we do long, slow, even breathing, we will decarbonize our blood. And then as we decarbonize our blood and our mind slows down because the breath is even, the breath will become slower, our mind will become clearer, and we'll approach breathlessness. And this meditation is easier when we're doing the long, slow, even breathing. And it gets more difficult when the breath becomes smaller, because then you have a tendency to try to push the breath. Like, you're breathing more than, being aware of your breath when it's very quiet is a challenge. And we'll work through that challenge. Now, let's not put a bunch of concepts into why, when we're breathing into the heart and out the third eye. Just know that it is reversing the normal way that we interface with this dimension. Because as I said, we normally we inhale by what we see with our eyes, and then we exhale out the five senses. So if we inhale into the heart, then we begin to perceive the world with lovelight. And this happens naturally, so we don't have to put concepts on top of it. Ideally, you will think as little as possible and allow the concepts to become part of your breath, in that you don't have to think about it. Because have faith in your heart that when you start breathing in this world through your heart, it will become lovelight, because that's what this center is all about. Then as we exhale out the third eye, which is discrimination, that lovelight will come up, and as we inhale, it comes up through the spine, and as we exhale, it goes out the third eye. And that perception of lovelight, seeing the world as lovelight, goes through our mind and out this third eye through our third eye of discrimination. So it will temper our discrimination. Because oftentimes we use this third eye to breathe in, right? We're looking with our eyes, and then we take this power of discrimination and we start making judgments in the world. So rather than making judgments in the world, we're going to breathe the world in as lovelight, and it'll naturally become a more beautiful perception. Then as we exhale out the third eye, that beauty of love light will project out into the world. And that's the reason why this meditation becomes planetary. Because you are filtering the world, your perception of the world as love light, and then you're giving it back to the world as your discrimination, as your perception. But that perception is going through your heart. And it's cosmic as well, because this is the real, or not the real, but a more authentic version of what this plane is all about. This meditation is an Arcturian meditation. That's my understanding of it. And Arcturian folk are very adept at using the mind in a technological, scientific way. And we're just scratching the surface of how to use our mind to create with. And this meditation will help temper our version of how we see the world, and how we judge things will be more tempered through the heart, and we'll send that out to the world in a good way. All the breathing is through the nose. Your tongue is on the roof of the mouth. Now, again, long, slow, even breathing. We inhale through the nose and exhale out the nose. And on the inhale, feel it come right into your heart. And you may feel kind of a pressure or a sensation of air moving in, very much like the feeling of air going into your nose, or warmth, or any number of joyful, wonderful feelings coming in. Feel that energy, that feeling go up the spine, and then as we exhale, it goes right out the third eye in a much smaller space, like a laser beam. And again, you may feel it go out, and it might feel like pressure, it might feel like wind coming out, it might feel like the way you see, which seems doesn't make any sense, but you may start to run into that perception. As we inhale, try not to expand your chest too much or your abdomen. You want your torso to be still and the breath to go straight down. Now this is a paradox, because the sensation of the breath going down and the energy going up creates a quantum force. Things going in two directions at the same time helps us feel things going in all directions, which is a quantum feeling. So inhale long, slow, and evenly through the nose. Try not to expand the abdomen or the torso much. Feel the breath go down and the energy go up. Exhale out the third eye. Ready? Now, sit in any position that's comfortable with you. You can do this when you're lying down. You can do this all day long. It's a wonderful meditation. Is any time during the day, just when you're breathing, become aware of your breath, and breathe in through the heart and exhale out the third eye. This meditation works well when you're having problems with people or you're in a stressful situation. You can breathe in the stress that's around you, or the incoherent energy around you, into your heart, and then send it out your third eye at the people, places, or things that are out of order. Again, tongue on the roof of the mouth. Inhale into the heart. Exhale out the third eye. Inhale into the heart. Quiet breath. It's almost like you're hiding in a closet. Long, slow, even, quiet breath. Exhale out the third eye. Inhale into the heart. Exhale out the third eye. Inhale into the heart. Energy's going up your spine. Exhale out the third eye. Inhale into the heart. Exhale out the third eye. Inhale into the heart. Exhale out the third eye. Inhale into the heart. Exhale out the third eye. As your breath gets quieter, you may get into breathlessness. Inhale into the heart. Breathlessness is deathlessness. Exhale out the third eye. Don't panic if you get into a state of breathlessness. That's true stillness.